Hello, what's on your move, Madman, and I'm back. And today is very exciting because we've got a brand new 4K release to show you today for an older film. This is one of Quentin Tarantino's first movies. It's his third. You've guessed it, that's right. Today we're going to talk about Jackie Brown in 4K. So this was released at the end of March. I pre-ordered this with my Christmas vouchers, so it's been waiting a while for this, but you can't get it before it's released. I'm not like one of those special YouTube channels that gets it early. There's a back cover for you there. You can see the camera in the reflection there. It says it's an 18. I don't remember it being an 18, so I'm willing to bet that it's probably got special features on here that are 18 rated, I guess. But we're going to take the plastic off and have a deeper look. So let's do that. Cool, I had to use my mouth to get that off. That's what she said. The rating stickers come off on the plastic as well, so that's a bit annoying. Wait there. Yeah, that's better. Stuck that on the bottom there. Why they have to do that, I don't know. But let's take this off. So it's got the special plastic case, which has a different reveal underneath, which they did with Pulp Fiction as well. So then you've got your back cover there, and then you've got a different back cover here, so it's nice, isn't it? Let's have a look at the inside though, eh? Cool, so you got a nice red inside there, I like that. Bit of red, and you got Blu-ray disc there, and you got a 4K disc there. They both slot quite nicely on the inside there as well, so we're going to pop this into the Blu-ray player. There is, like you saw, a Blu-ray in here. I didn't previously own Jackie Brown. When I was about to buy it, I saw it was coming out in 4K, so I was like, you know what, I'll just wait. So now we have it. I can compare it to the Blu-ray in here, see what that 4K is like. Does it match up to Pulp Fiction and Reservoir Dogs, does it? Let's find out. Stay there and I'll be right back. So that was a really good look, if you could call it that. Obviously I said earlier that I didn't previously own Jackie Brown, but I did have a look at the Blu-ray that came with this, and straight away when I looked at the Blu-ray I just thought it looked absolutely shocking. Obviously not the crappiest looking Blu-ray I'd ever seen, but it was definitely not a very good looking Blu-ray. A lot of the picture was just, it felt like it was too bright, and stuff just stuck out a little bit too much, and I was a bit like, I really hope they haven't brightened this up for the 4K Blu-ray. So I was a little nervous going into the 4K Blu-ray. But then obviously I did put the 4K Blu-ray in afterwards, and to my surprise it did look a lot better. That brightness had been taken out of the picture, so everything wasn't glowing. So that was quite nice. Everything inside, everything outside looked at the right lighting that it was meant to be, rather than someone had switched on an extra 4 or 5 lights. So that was really good. The disc comes with Dolby Vision, but it doesn't come with Dolby Atmos. It comes with Dolby Audio, or according to this, DTS HD, which as far as I'm concerned is just Blu-ray quality audio. It's 5.1. So there's no step up in the audio side of things. But to be fair, with a film like Jackie Brown, it's not really very heavily reliant on amazing surround sound audio anyway, so maybe that was why they didn't bother giving it a higher quality audio, just because it's a very talky film. I mean, it's a Tarantino film, to be fair. Most of his films are pretty talky, but this is one of the more talky ones. But there isn't like lots of surround sound stuff that you'd really need for this kind of film anyway. One of the most underrated Tarantino films, I would have said Jackie Brown was. Probably out of a lot of Tarantino films, Jackie Brown's probably one of the ones that people watch last, because everyone's like, oh, well, it don't really look very good, but it's not actually that bad. I think I start to enjoy this film a little bit more every time I watch it. I wasn't particularly overly keen on it the first time I saw it, so I put it off for years before I watched it again. And then when I did watch it again, I was like, do you know what, this isn't actually that bad. And then I watched it again last year, I think end of last year I watched it again, and again I was just like, this is actually really good. There's so much going on in this film. I mean, it's 2 hours and 34 minutes long, so there is a lot going on in this film, but there's some really good sequences in there as well. Obviously it's directed by Tarantino, so you've got some very good shots in there if you look out for that sort of thing in films. I don't know, depends, doesn't it? But yeah, it's a great story, and it's a really good looking 4K as well, especially if you compare it to the Blu-ray. So yeah, if you do previously own this on Blu-ray, or if you've got it on DVD, then it's definitely worth getting in 4K. It's a very good upgrade, if that helps. Definitely worth looking into. I'm pretty sure you can only get it as a steelbook at the moment. Whether or not they release it in like a slipcover format as well, I don't know. They did with Pulp Fiction, but I don't think they did with Reservoir Dogs. I'm pretty sure they didn't. But yeah, still, it's a nice steelbook as well. It's really red, so what more could you ask for? Exactly. So that's Jackie Brown for you. A very exciting conversation today. There will be a link in the description for my book, as I say all the time. But that's it from me for today. If you can like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'm going to fuck off. Okay? Goodbye.